and welcome to today's vlog. As you guys can see, I cut off quite a bit of my hair. It is blonder, it is shorter, it barely all fits up into a high ponytail, which has never happened in my life. So that's exciting. I really like it a lot. My hair was so long for so much of my life that I was excited to change it up. Yeah, it's not too much shorter than my hair was the last time I cut it, but it grew super fast. Oh my goodness. Today I just wanted to vlog, partly because I have not been very consistent in filming. It's such a tough thing with making YouTube videos. I definitely have the desire to like put out good content and I enjoy doing it, but at the same time I can battle with the fear of what people might think. It's interesting just spending so much time trying to figure out if people will like what I put out or not, or if it's too much or whatever. That really slows me down and keeps me from putting out content. And you know, worrying about what people think can keep you from all kinds of things that you probably don't want to happen in your life. Just in general, I'm not a fan of worrying about what people think. Just worry about what God thinks, and that's what's most important. But anyways, all that to say, I didn't have much of a plan for today. There's a lot that there's a lot that I could talk about. There's a lot of updates in my health, and I've also been just a little bit more hesitant about sharing the things that I'm trying because I don't want to share anything until I really know that it's helping. And I'm still doing dynamic neural retraining system, and it has been completely life-changing. I am legitimately making so much progress. It's ridiculous the things that I'm able to do now that I wasn't able to do before. And even whenever I start to get a little bit triggered or start to flare up a little bit, I can just do a round of my self-directed neuroplasticity practice, and it completely keeps me from going into a flare and helps me just continue to make progress. So yeah, today is kind of a dreary day. I've taken it pretty slow. I've been doing intermittent fasting, just kind of here and there. I don't do it super rigidly or strictly. I just don't eat right away whenever I wake up and wait a little bit longer and just eat whenever I get hungry. So I've been experimenting with that a little bit. Honestly, I've been experimenting with a lot of food things. I have a lot of suspicions and I'm working with my doctor and trying stuff out. But again, I may just like hold off a little bit before I talk too much about that. I need to go to the chiropractor soon. I probably would like to get a couple things at the store. I'll probably wait until tomorrow. I'm so excited. I finally have a good CSA. I forget what it stands for, but basically they're gonna like deliver local produce and eggs and stuff right to my doorstep tomorrow. I'm so excited. Totally forgot. I've got something I want to show you. It has to do with what I'm wearing. This is my first time to ever wear one of these, like this kind of collared cutout thing. Looks kind of like a dog collar, except cute. It's pretty cute. I feel really hip and on trend. But I was talking to these two girls, Ali and Serena, on Instagram, and they started a little boutique called The Gift Closet. They're from Tulsa, if you're one of my Oklahomies. This is a Tulsa-based boutique, and I'm really excited about what they're doing because, you know, it's good, cute, reasonably priced clothing. They're actually giving 7% of their profits to an organization called Project Orphans Pearl Village. They help women who have been raped or trafficked or just simply can't survive on their own, and that is a mission that I really care about. I think everyone should care about. First of all, like, human trafficking is a massive problem. A lot of people don't know how big slavery is still in the world today. The last number that I've heard is that there's 27 million people in slavery today. So I love that these girls, they have a mission in what they're doing, and it's one that I am fully behind and want to support. So they sent me a couple of their items of clothing to try out and to share, and I really love this top. I haven't had anything like this before. See if I can kind of show it to you. It's got cool little rips in it, and I like that it's oversized. It's got that cool thing in the back too. I'm wearing a small of this one. I love oversized, and I love that it's long. It covers my derriere. And then the other thing that I got, it's probably gonna be darker down here. I got these cool leggings. I love me some workout leggings. I am definitely an athleisure kind of person. My favorite part about these is that they have pockets. I've never had leggings with pockets in them. These are a fun color. Yes. Anyways, I'm not like sponsored by them or anything. They did just send me those to try out and told me about what they're doing. And if I'm ever going to share anything, it's gonna be something that I believe is worth sharing. So I'll link their website and whatnot in the description if you wanna check out the gift closet. Oh man. Hello. It has been a couple days since I last filmed, and yep, I knew what I wanted to do to finish out the video, and I've been a little bit busy and I have been putting it off just a little bit. So today I'm having a few more challenges than usual, a few more its. Its are what I refer to my symptoms as, for those of you who don't know. So that's no fun for today, but I know I'm gonna bounce back. I'm going to do the things I need to do in order to get out of this challenge. On the days that I'm having more challenges, it's not really fun to film and I don't really feel like filming and I don't really feel like doing anything. But I got the camera out and I'm gonna finish up this video strong. So I was reading through the comments and the questions that were left on my Instagram for the Q&A with my mom. There was one question that I got asked that, you know, I just realized I haven't really addressed this very much. You know, really it's a very, very personal thing, but today I decided that I think I do want to talk a little bit about it, and that is the topic of depression and anxiety. Someone just asked a question if I've gone through depression or anxiety through my challenges and my illness. And yeah, I certainly have. Honestly, for a lot of different reasons, I cannot imagine someone not experiencing some mild depression or anxiety. So obviously it's a really hard situation to have any kind of health issue, but when it's debilitating, it'll just drive you crazy. It's painful and frustrating. That's just really hard. So it makes sense for there to be some situational depression. I really don't want to focus on symptoms very much at all. That's part of why I call them its. But I do want to talk about this topic because I believe that it's important. And this last week I've had more anxiety than usual. And it's interesting because it doesn't really seem to be driven by thoughts, or at least not solely, because my mindset is positive. I am speaking life over myself. I do have hope for myself, but my thoughts will be one place, but then my body will be like doing something else. This is just sometimes it'll depend, but this is kind of how it's been. So it's interesting. I'm really learning a lot because it seems so random to me that like I'm having more anxiety and like mild depression is flaring up a little bit. I'm learning all of these things about my body, my genetics, because I have like a fast MAOA gene. Super sciencey, nerdy things coming up. Because of that, my body burns through serotonin really quickly, so I need to be making sure I'm getting enough tryptophan and L-tyrosine, which I don't think I was getting enough of in my food, so I'm working on increasing that. I use bioidentical hormones right now, so I'm really tracking my cycle and working with my doctor to make sure I have the right level of hormones. And I'm noticing trends of like where my mood changes, and what I know is that depression is literally decreased activity in the brain. So it's crazy. It's cool when I learn all these things that I'm not getting the neurotransmitters that I need, especially since my body's burning through serotonin really quickly. Yeah, this is just kind of like a cool side note, but I feel like I'm really understanding myself and figuring out the things I need to do to be able to help. Because this is the thing about mental health. Everything is connected. You know, there's the basics. You need good community. You need a good support system. Having a relationship with Jesus, in my personal opinion, as a follower of Christ, is huge. Getting outside and exercising, all those things are crazy helpful, but I also really believe that food and the state of our gut health and all of those environmental things really do affect our mental health. I'm just kind of rambling. All that I'm saying isn't planned out, but I just want to talk about this. So I guess I just want to tell people that I do struggle with it. I definitely did a lot more in the beginning, and since I've done self-directed neuroplasticity, it has improved so much but it does still flare up here and there. And yes, it is a little scary to talk about because it's so personal, but I just want to be an example. Those kind of things should be talked about. And right now for me, it is really frustrating, and I'm really having to just really stay positive, really make sure I'm doing the right things, because anxiety is horrible and it's really scary and it's frustrating, especially whenever it just doesn't make sense. And thankfully right now I have joy. I've made so much progress. I wouldn't say I'm like depressed right now really, or at least not very much, I don't know. But I want to talk about this and share that I have and I do struggle with this. I know so many people out there feel alone and maybe they're afraid to talk about it. I know personally how dangerous it is to hold these emotions in. You're not alone. So many people care about you. God cares about you, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. One of my favorite YouTubers always says, just keep swimming, like Dory, because you can recover from depression and anxiety. Similar to other chronic illnesses, so many people think that just depression and anxiety has to go on for the rest of their life. I just don't believe that. So I don't really know what else to say. Maybe sometime I'll talk about what I do whenever I'm having anxiety, some things that help. One thing I've got right here by my bed is 5-HTP. It honestly helps me a lot. There are a lot of things that I do. I just want to be real and not fake. I want to be authentic, because social media is frustrating sometimes, because I just get on and I feel like everyone, or at least a lot of people, are wearing some kind of a mask. And God's created us to be authentic and vulnerable, and you know, we need to be who He has called us and created us to be. I want to leave you with this quote from Brené Brown, and she says, vulnerability sounds like truth and feels like courage. Truth and courage aren't always comfortable, but they're never weakness. It's a little uncomfortable for me to sit here and tell you that I've struggled with a little depression and anxiety. I've had panic attacks, all those things. I've been to counseling. I don't even know if I've talked about that on my YouTube channel. I've done quite a bit of counseling, and it's amazing. I'm a huge fan of counseling. It took me a long time to like say that I need to go, but it's so good. Highly recommend it. I think everyone could use some counseling at one point in their life, honestly. So be authentic, be who God's created you to be. You are loved. Thank you so much for watching this videos. I'm working on being more consistent in videos for you. It's about like once a week right now, but I'd love to do maybe twice a week. So if you have any suggestions on the kinds of videos you'd like to see, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not wearing any makeup. I can still be somewhat semi-self-conscious about it, but I'm going for it and I'm embracing it. Yes.